Yo YouTubers, what is up? Just got a package today on Sunday. We got the Iron Studios Thanos Deluxe from their Endgame line. Super stoked to get this bad boy. Box not as big as I thought it would be, thank goodness. It's the size of a slightly bigger 1/4 box. So I already took it out to save you guys time so you don't have to watch me struggling to get it out. It is quite heavy. And they did use straps, thank goodness, so no need for this. This is going to go right there, next to Captain. I do have Thanos on Throne and the Iron Studios Infinity War Thanos, so I will do a comparison versus Infinity War, not my Thanos on Throne, it's comic. Not a really good comparison. Oh, they actually did tape it. Gosh dang it. So they taped it in addition to using straps. Look at that. Didn't even notice the tape come out. That is surprising they would do both. I've never seen that before. I'm just over here playing Neo 2 and then FedEx knocks on my door on a Sunday. I do like how they're starting to deliver on Sunday. I can't see for the life of me at that angle. Just about done. Really curious if this is going to be better than the Infinity War one, which for me is one of my favorite 1/4s. If y'all saw that video, then you'll know how excited I was to get that one. So let's see on this one how good it is. The battery for his Gauntlet's just resting there on his leg. Oh, the flashlight. Okay, so this is Thanos himself with his sword. So, need to get to the base first. We're just going to remove this part. This is quite heavy, by the way. Alright, so we got 3 heads, 3 arms in essence, 4 arms total. Base is similar to Captain's, where it's destroyed rubble. So all the basics match. So here's the base. On the bottom, $399 of 1,500. So there's 1,500 of the deluxe Thanos. It's quite big. Next we'll get Thanos' body. So here's the body. As you can see, it's quite beastly. Big giant peg. It's a nice, and they actually kept one of the arms already on here. Wrapped everything, so it's quite unique. So I know these are switch outs. Jupiter. This is It's like a plastic wrap. All right, there's the end. Look at this. This is unbelievable. They really went out of their way to protect this armor. So I do have Thanos on Throne on its way, by the way. Yeah, see, these are switch out parts, but they kept it on it. It's interesting. Generally, you never see that. I know these arms do come off. Same with this back part. They just wrapped it so it wouldn't get broken. I guess it saves space. So we'll leave this arm on for now. And we're just going to do the standard portraits. So he does come with 3 portraits, but I'm going to start out with the collector's edition. Looks really good. Whoa, these are strong magnets. So now you got to do this last, and then you do this. Turn it around so you guys can see. And the portrait, so this is the standard one. We'll get that hand holding the sword out now. I'm curious how this compares to my other sword, my custom. So here it is. I'm just gonna whip out my custom sword right here. See how they compare size-wise. So here they are. The Endgame one is a little bit bigger, as you can see, and frankly more detailed. Yeah, it's definitely more detailed, a little bit bigger, definitely nicer looking. This one's still good. It's more of a fresh blade, where that one's more battle damaged, and so that's one reason that it looks better. So just gotta put this bad boy back. Are you kidding me? Go away. Alright, whatever. Get that later. There you have it. Thanos Endgame. The regular collector's edition. Now, I did go for the deluxe, of course. I think if you went for just this, you're a fool. Because for $200 more, you get way more display options. Let's start out and look at some of the other heads. And we'll do close-ups when I put it in its spot. So here's the other head. Let's take this one off. And there is that head. So grinning teeth. There's just one more head. I'll do a side-by-side comparison to the Infinity War Thanos as well. Yeah, it definitely looks really good. The teeth looks similar to the Infinity War one. Amazing detail. There's that head. So you can display like this, but this head generally is meant to go with the snap hand, which is right here. We also have an infinity gauntlet hand. So you have just a plain infinity gauntlet. So if you wanted to, you just display this infinity gauntlet separately. Oh yeah, look at that. It's definitely a different paint job versus the one on the other one, the Infinity War. And I know it has this light up feature. It's a nice looking Infinity Gauntlet. It's a very bronze look, not very battle damaged. I think the Infinity War Gauntlet looks better, but this is still really nice. The one I hated was the Infinity Gauntlet on the 1/10. That one looked horrible. Was not a fan of that. It is, you know, you have to take apart a lot if you want to do the switch outs, so it's not the heads are easy swap in and outs, but the hands and everything, you gotta remove the back shoulders and everything, so that takes a while. Here's the snap gauntlet hand. That looks excellent. Very battle damaged. The gems are not there, they're missing. Doing the classic snap. So this is very cool. When I first saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. All right, and then here's another arm. This is for the Infinity Gauntlet. So it does have a separate arm. And so basically, if you want to do Gauntlet with sword, you can just display it like that. So, tons of display options, no doubt, which is really cool. Multiple heads, very, very cool. So I need to move this bad boy in his spot. And I also need to get the Infinity War Thanos, so I'm gonna grab that one and we'll do a comparison. Alrighty, so here is the two Thanos by Iron Studios side by side. So the Endgame is a little bit taller because it is a museum pose where he's standing straight up, and the Infinity War, he's lunging forward. Let's look at the bases of each. So this one's the grass and rock, has Captain's shield. This one's lots of rubble and grass, rebar coming out. They look about the same size. You know, that one has this edge poking out. The one edge I give to this one is I love the underbase with the Infinity Stones. This one's not really an underbase, but it's more or less just rubble. You know, rock is in a destroyed environment. But you know me, I'm a big fan of those underbases. Pose-wise, I mean, you got action and you got museum. Museum allows you to see the character better. You can see everything perfectly. Although we should probably remove this. Freaking protective foam. When it comes to switch outs, he's the winner. The costume, I mean, obviously this is more detailed. There's just so much going on in this armor. The armor is incredible looking. I mean, just look at all that weathering, the gold. It's insane. His costume is so freaking cool looking, and I love the multiple helmets and heads. The sword is sick looking. It's huge and incredibly detailed. Infinity Gauntlet is better on this one, no doubt. Let's do some side-by-sides of the heads. Alrighty, so here's the heads. Now the teeth are really good on Endgame, but I think they're better on Infinity War. Infinity War also feels slightly bigger, maybe because of his pose. I'd say between the two, I like Infinity War head sculpt and overall look better. But, you know, it's like if Infinity War is a 10 out of 10, Endgame's a 9 out of 10. So, you tell me. I mean, this is still really good teeth, but I think this is slightly better. Skin tone's a slightly different. Eyes, roughly the same. Yeah, they're both very good. You know, it's like 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Check out the Infinity Gauntlets. See what I mean? The one on the left just has a little bit better weathering. About the same size. Both look really good. Now, even the gems, like that one's more orange, where that one's the yellow. So, it's like this gem color is wrong. It's more orange, where that one's yellow. All the other gems look similar. This green is more vibrant than that green. But you see that. Here's a comparison of the helmeted version. I do love the helmet look. I think it's just awesome. Helmet in general looks really well done. Very detailed, very cool. Definitely better than my custom 1/4 head. Now, Iron Studios definitely did an amazing job. Here it is like that. I mean, I think ultimately this one is better. Mostly because the armor is just cooler looking than the Infinity War costume. That giant sword is just sick looking. And the switch outs, you know, I'm a big fan of the switch outs. That's why I think that Captain over there is the best Captain America, because of the switch outs. Now, in general, I do prefer, you know, probably like that pose. I'm more of an action pose type of guy, but when they include so many switch outs and a superior costume, more detailed, better costume, that's what makes Endgame the ultimate Thanos. So if you want the ultimate movie Thanos, he's your guy. You know, this guy only has 2 switch outs, but then again, how many switch outs could he do? I am curious, will this one fit? No, it's not gonna fit. Thought for a second it might. No reason to display that one though. Yeah, ultimately, they're both absolute grails for me, because Thanos is the ultimate villain. And so I'm very happy to own both. But if you had to choose, I would say go with this one. Although, if you're more of a fan of the Infinity War Thanos, obviously go for the right one. But yeah, let's go ahead and set up Thanos next to Captain now, and we can do a more in-depth review, look at the switch outs, and, you know, determine his overall score. Alrighty, folks, so let's check out Thanos. So you can see him next to Captain. He is much, much bigger. Very girthy, much bigger base, just huge. He's a beast of a statue. You can see him next to some 1/3s. You know, he's almost as tall as those 1/3s. You know, he stands 30.7 inches tall. Those 1/3s are anywhere from 30 to 36 inches tall. So, but Thanos is very girthy, very big. Here is his pose of doing the classic snap. So overall, very cool looking pose. You know, when they first showed this off, I think it was at like a Singapore Comic-Con, I fell in love with it. I was like, oh my gosh, that was such an epic moment. The climax to the movie, the I am inevitable scene. So check out this gauntlet. This thing is super detailed. It's incredibly cool. Now this is a weathered down gauntlet, tons of weathering on it. Very, very cool. Exact snap pose, that cocky look saying I am inevitable. Very, very cool. So let's just dive some deeper though. So let's check out this base. So it's very similar to Captain. All this is a little bit more greener grass, where Captain's is more brown and wilted. So you have tons of grass. Then you got all this gray and brown rock, mud. You got a few rebars poking out there, on the back, you know, because Thanos destroyed the Avengers tower. Very detailed, very cool looking base. Huge. So let's check out his feet. Now he has lots of gold, obviously. Golds and blacks, silvers. See the weathering on the costume. This is him fighting. It's not a fresh suit. I'm always a big fan of, you know, good weathering on a statue, and this one has excellent weathering. Super wide shoulders, buff arms, fist hand. Very, very cool. Yeah, it's freaking legit. I love this snap pose. It's very cool. The 1/10 Black Order Thanos also has this exact same pose. So I'll never have him displaying using the exact same pose. So if I'm doing this one with snap, the other one will have the sword forward. Yeah, this is a beast. All right, let's check out another pose then. Alrighty, so here is Thanos using the Infinity Gauntlet with lights on it. Takes 3 AAA batteries. Got next to the Infinity Gauntlet life size with those lights on, and those ones are the pulsating. The lights are actually quite bright on this 1/4. They are very bright, and this does come out yellow, not orange. It's a very bright flashlight. So this is the standard portrait, the collector's edition, if you would so call it. Looks very good. Just a determined face. I'll definitely display this face. I like it. And then the sword. Let me show you some detail. Like I was saying, the sword has so much detail. Like you see how it's been used, chopping, very detailed. Weathered look, very cool looking sword, and it's huge. Thing's over 2 feet long. So this is a great look as well if you want to display the Infinity Gauntlet with sword. Then if you want to switch out this head, let's just take off this head. Let me show you a better. See that head, it looks awesome. So another look I've seen some people do is this head. Even though this is meant to go with the snap, you can really display it with any pose you want. So that's a cool looking pose. Very cool. Of course, the last head. Get a good look at that bad boy. Very, very freaking cool. And then the helmeted with teeth. So there's that. Very freaking cool. So many cool options. It's hard to decide which one you really want. Now there's so many cool options. You know, the Infinity Gauntlet is technically inaccurate, although it looks really good. I will say that. It looks really cool. So I'm glad they included it. You know, it's like, I know it's inaccurate, but heck, it's Thanos. Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet, so it's still really cool. I am not sure which one I'm going to be displaying it with. There's so many cool options. God, it's really tough. You know, it's like, I'm definitely going to be doing switch outs with him a lot. The armor's incredibly detailed, no doubt. Great skin texture. See some vein work. Good color purple. Infinity Gauntlet. It's still a nicely painted Infinity Gauntlet, just not as weathered as the Infinity War one. I think the Infinity War one is perfect. Yeah, the weathering's amazing on this statue. Overall, I would give this a 10 out of 10, absolutely. It's a grail. 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5. I absolutely approve of this statue. It's a grail. You know, it's definitely better than Captain. Captain's the best Captain, and also a 10 out of 10. But for Thanos, this is it. The ultimate Thanos. Does it beat Thanos on Throne? I mean, you're looking at comic versus movie. Throne versus just museum pose. If I had to sell one, I'd probably get rid of the Thanos on Throne, because I'm more of a movie collector. You know, I'm not huge on comics. I just love the artwork in the Thanos on Throne. The throne is so cool looking. But I'm a movie collector at heart. I love movies, so gotta hand it off to Iron Studios. They're doing a phenomenal job. Can't wait to get Thor right there. And then in the back, Iron Man on a display riser. And of course, finish off the 1/10. Thanos bus will go where she's at. So really looking forward to getting Thanos bust now, because I've seen pictures of it side by side with this and it looks so incredible. So I just can't wait. Just got to wait about a month for him to arrive because I did economy shipping. Saved about $350 by doing it that way. But yeah, this is a grail, no doubt. So if you're on the fence, should I buy it? Jump on it. Granted, the edition size is 1,500, so I don't think it'll sell anytime too soon, because there's more comic collectors than there is movies. But if you like movie Thanos, this is the ultimate Thanos to get. There won't be a better movie Thanos statue out there for a 1/4 scale. Let me know your thoughts. Just back it up here real quickly, give you a good overall view. Massive beast. Alrighty, folks, that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.